What is it, guys? Tyler once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie and Kingdom. It's been about more than 2 months since I've last shared with you guys 5 epic cookies that you guys will not regret investing in. And today I am going to be updating that list for the end of April 2022. And before I get into the list, I do want to let you guys know that this is going to be based on my opinion as well as my experience playing the game for more than a year now. And I want to share this list with you guys so that you guys have a better idea of who to invest in and you guys won't regret spending some of your EXP star jellies as well as skill powders for these cookies. So starting off the list is gonna be any of the ancients or legendaries. Of course, if I have to rank them, that is going to be Dark Account and Sea Fairy number 1, and then going to be Hollow and Pure Vanilla next, and then probably Frost Queen, just because a Frost Queen can't deal with bosses as well as is pretty much useless in episode 13 and 14. I want to say that she is going to be the least prioritized, and then the most prioritized are going to be Dark Cacao as well as Sea Fairy. But moving on to the epic list now, that's kind of a disclaimer as well as, you know, just honorable mentions that I want to let you guys know. Of course, this is not going to be a cookie, or these are not cookies that you can always get, right? You got to get super lucky, or you have to grind really hard to get their soul stones. So just want to get them out of the way real quick. But first of all, I am going to be targeting 2 cookies right now, and that is going to be Caramel Arrow as well as Sorbet. They both work very similarly, but they are unique in their own ways as well. There are 2 of the cookies that are going to have pure damage, and that pure damage is going to be ignoring the defense as well as damage resist of the cookies or enemies that they do damage to. But you gotta realize that Sorbet is only going to be doing pure damage to cookies, and that pure damage is going to be based on 30% of their max HP, which is going to be amazing when you guys do use Sorbet Shard Cookie in the arena against a double tank comp. And also, Sorbet is going to be awesome to use inside of the world exploration against bosses because of the fact that they are able to do 662% of their damage to the boss, and that is going to be a huge amount. Not only that, they also do 128.1% damage in the beginning, so that's an extra big amount of damage that Sorbet is able to do on top of the 662%. But when it comes to Caramel Arrow is going to be doing 154.5% of her damage every single time she shoots her arrow. On top of that, at the very end, she is going to be stacking and do a burst damage based on 38.7% of HP if that is going to be a cookie, as well as 3.9% if that is not going to be a cookie. Alright, so she is going to be a very good cookie, not only in the world exploration right now, but also inside of the arena. So both cookies are going to be a very good choice for you guys to invest in if you guys want to have a good cookie to deal with bosses as well as to use inside of the arena. If you guys do want to invest in Caramel Arrow right now, I highly recommend you guys, because there is a couple of days left before her banner does disappear, and she is going to be amazing to have on your team. So those are the 2 cookies I do want to mention in the beginning. And the next one is going to be our Strawberry Crepe. Strawberry Crepe, it's been 1 year since they have been out in the game, and still going very strong. Of course, there are going to be cookies that are going to be better, like, you know, Dark Cacao as well as Hollowberry, but Strawberry Crepe as an epic cookie is going to be amazing. And even inside of world exploration and arena, you are going to be able to reach very high as well as you know, very far when you do use them inside of your team. And the biggest reason why Strawberry Crepe is still very good is because of their skill. 50% extra damage resist for 8 seconds to 2 of your lowest HP cookie. That is something that is very unique to Strawberry Crepe. There are, you know, unique skills that each of these cookies have, but Strawberry Crepe is the only one who has this extra 50% damage resist buff to 2 other cookies, right? So right now, the other cookie that has the damage resist is going to be Milk, but that is going to be on himself rather than giving it to somebody else. Strawberry Crepe is a defense cookie who is going to have a higher defense as well as HP than other cookies like Sea Fairy or any of the DPSs. And when they do use this skill, which is a 15-second cooldown, which is very short, you're going to have a tanky frontline as well as a middle lane in case you do have to deal with any nuking from the arena or any of the monsters or enemies that deal or focus the DPSs in the middle lane. So Strawberry Crepe is going to be an amazing tank for you to invest in, especially if you don't have any ancients or legendaries, and Strawberry Crepe is going to work as a great tank for you. So the third cookie that I do recommend you guys build is going to be Strawberry Crepe Cookie. Moving on to the next cookie, it's gonna be a tie for me as well on this one, and that is gonna be Eclair as well as Cotton. So, you know, you would say that they kind of are rivals, except they do work in different ways. Cotton is going to provide damage, healing, as well as tanking with the sheep. However, Eclair on the other side is going to be causing a weakness debuff as well as shield and massive amount of damage. So they are both great supports, but I would recommend that if you do have Cotton first, Cotton is going to be a better option to invest in the beginning, just because you do get that extra heal as well as damage, stun, and the tanking from the sheep. However, if you do have someone like Pure Vanilla, you have someone like maybe even Parfait, or even Herb, you can put in Eclair instead, because you are going to run out of skill powders, you're going to run out of XP star jellies, and Eclair is going to have that 25% extra damage from the weakness, and that is going to stack all the way up to 4 times, which is going to increase not only from 25% all the way up to 100%. So that is going to be amazing against bosses, it's going to be amazing inside of the arena, and it's going to be amazing when it comes to just world exploration in general. Not only that, when you do defeat enemies, Eclair is going to be able to provide shield for all of the cookies for 25% of their max HP for even though it's a short time of 3 seconds, it is going to be a very, very good thing of good extra support for your team. So I do recommend that if you do have a good healer already, Eclair is going to be good. If you don't have a healer and you do want to focus on world exploration right now, then Cotton is going to be another one. And the last cookie here is going to be Dark Choco. So Dark Choco, even though he has been out since the beginning of the game, I would say that Dark Choco is one of the only cookies that you probably won't regret investing in. Of course, there is Dark Cacao, who is going to be a bit stronger and is going to have a lot more of, debuffs that's going to happen from his skill. However, Dark Choco is unique in the way that he has this 20% defense reduction for 7 seconds, and that can stack especially if the enemy has is a very big unit or enemy. If you do use Dark Choco in the guild boss battle, then you actually hit the dragon twice, which is going to stack the defense reduction. And on top of that, he does have a very short cooldown of 13 seconds that no other cookies really have when it comes to defense reduction. Our Kumio is going to have a 14-second cooldown, but there's that transformation, as well as Dark Cacao is going to have a 16-second cooldown, which is a pretty long time. So having that 13-second cooldown and being a tank or a charge cookie up in the front is going to allow Dark Choco to provide tankiness as well as survivability for your team, but not only that, provide this 20% defense reduction for all of the enemies hit by his lightning. So I do recommend, if you guys do have Dark Choco cookie, it is going to be good to invest in him, not only for the guild boss battle, but for any of the stages that you are going to have struggle with, especially for the bosses like 12-30, 11-30, 10-31. Of course, you can use other cookies, but Dark Choco is going to help out when it comes to those stages. So those are going to be 5 of the cookies. I actually named 6, but I would say 5 of the cookies that you really won't regret investing in, and that is going to be Caramel Arrow, as well as Sorbet, Eclair, Cotton, as well as Dark Choco, and lastly is going to be Strawberry Crepe. Of course, there were other cookies that were pretty good, like Parfait, Cocoa, as well as Herb is pretty good as well, and on top of that, Pumpkin. But I would say as new cookies come out, they kind of fell off, but these cookies right now are still going really strong, and they are going to be used in a lot of different teams, even if they get pushed out of the meta for certain stages like arena, world exploration. They're still going to be used for different game modes, like for Sorbet, guild boss battle, Dark Choco, guild boss battle, Eclair for everything else, Cotton for guild boss battle, world exploration, maybe a little bit in the arena right now, but you can see that they are still being used in a lot of different game modes. Whether they are new or old, they still provide great value for your team. So just wanted to share this video with you guys, just so that you guys know who you should be investing in if you guys do have the option to, as well as the spare resources to, and hopefully you guys are able to use these cookies to beat as well as progress throughout your story, whether you guys are stuck or not. If you guys have any requests that you guys would like me to go over, please leave it down in the comments below. And please, if you guys found the video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on any future Cooking Kingdom videos as well as live streams that I do on YouTube. Anyways guys, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.